Although that being pulled by the beard is like my that seems like a nightmare. To get your ass whooped and somebody stand over you pulling your beard, that just seems like a nightmare.
Yeah. I would presume it'd
Like,
be like the same as having long hair and being pulled.
yeah, like I feel like this scenario looks like a bad scenario in a domestic violence case. Like your dad came home and just beat the shit out of you guys for acting up earlier. That's what he looks like. What I tell y'all about running in the street, driving your mom crazy.
Well,
Get those books.
We already know Paul Heyman's in a domestic violence relationship with Roman Reigns. But more on that when we get into the show.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Oh, check out the market, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
You know why I'm only keeping this image is to get that reaction from you.
Yeah, but I forget it's happening every single episode. We've done 5 shows this week, and this has happened about 3 times. And each time it surprises me when it comes up. If we can just start with Billie Kay and the Sharpshooters logo and her resume and headshot, it would be so much better. Bravo to her for getting a tag match next week with a mystery tag partner. I have no idea who her tag partner is going to be. I mean, who's taking that L? Billie Kay ain't winning. She can't win.
She can win.
I've never seen her win a match.
The Riot Squad aren't doing anything either.
They're not. Well, Liv Morgan has a WWE, show, so, or not show, but a documentary on her.
Yeah, but so did Lana, but she's achieved nothing.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus the Grand Finale, live from sunny, warm Long Beach, California, where the degrees is 66 degrees. Manny, I'm just wondering, just something about, as it's such a beautiful day outside, and I look out my window, and there's probably screaming kids they hear, but they're screaming of happiness and joy of how warm and wonderful it is. I'm just curious, what is the weather like where you're at?
You know what, Marcus? Fuck you. I am done with this show. It's 5 degrees over here in the UK, in London, which translates to be about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not cool in any form, shape or form.
No. It is not cool. It's cold. Anyway, I'm sorry to bring that up.
As ice, it's cold.
Manny's doing Frozen 3. The Untitled Manny and Marcus show edition. When they invite us on that show, and then it's immediately rated R.
We are fully accepting that MOP had some bangers.
I have a question. What's your favorite cold character? Like ice character. Who's your favorite?
In terms of what? Like where we go?
Anywhere in the world. Ice character, whether it's Glacier in wrestling, because that's wrestling related. Maybe a Sub-Zero, Mr. Freeze, anybody, Elsa from Frozen. Do you have a favorite ice character? Iceman from the X-Men.
I think it's Iceman from X-Men. I think it's Iceman from X-Men.
You got Bobby Dick. I never felt him cool. It's Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. I just feel like he's the coolest. He's just a ninja.
El Luchador agrees with you.
Sub-Zero? Yeah, absolutely.
So Grunge Smurf has asked us, do you do pre-meeting dress rehearsals? I swear each shows you have matching colors.
I'm wearing a nice navy blue
He's wearing navy.
dress
I'm wearing
shirt.
black.
Yeah, and I think it's like a hoodie with Jordan's logo on there and a Jets beanie, which is not advised by anybody with a sane brain. Just saying. How dare you? We are not matching.
Could you imagine if we actually did do that. There was only one time. There was only a couple times where we have actually what's the word? Match. Wow, my brain just went blank. Where we completely matched, and that was the show we did 400 views when we both wore green, and when Marcus was in his car, when he was living in his car because he was homeless.
It was downtimes, but still had access to the internet. I realized the outfit I was going to wear today for the show, and I said it last night. I was going to wear my bright pink shirt in honor of my favorite wrestler, Dominic, who came out there in that bright pink turtleneck with the gold chain.
What was he trying to do? What was he trying to achieve there? So we have husband and wife in the chat.
Honestly, oh wow, we do. Ice Cube.
And
that is a good.
And Frosty the Dough Man is in the house. I don't know why he's giving himself his own nickname. You know what the Lumber Chat does to you, Eric.
Yeah. I'm sure that's going to turn into some type of porn name. I don't even know what you can do.
Well, there you go. Look, here we go. Ooh, there's a perv in the chat room.
There's a perv in the chat. There's a perv in the chat. This wet ass Frosty. I don't know. I got nothing.
Hide your wife. Hide your girlfriend. Eric's in the house.
And this time he's with his wife. Ooh, very kinky stuff. But are you ready for us to talk about Friday Night Smackdown?
You know, it's a complete. You could have went, "Are you ready?" and then jumped into the Smackdown theme song the way you were going, but you didn't. This is the second time you failed. The second time this week where we could have had a Shawn Michaels song introduction. And then you ruined the perfect transition into SmackDown.
If you want, we can redo it.
No,
I'm not even going back. I couldn't even go back. Let's cover the blue brand. Let's cover the blue brand today. Let's see what's going on in the blue brand today, Manny.
So, the screaming children in your basement really is distracting.
They're happy. Let them be happy, okay?
No. I'm personally gonna fly out and tell them Santa ain't real.
Oh, they already know that, considering where they're living.
So SmackDown opens up with Kayla Braxton interviewing Roman Reigns. They say it's an exclusive, but surely that's her job to do these things. It's not like he's showing up on AEW for an exclusive interview.
You never know, man. Maybe Roman's taking the title to Impact. Since people are running around to different promotions talking about why they won titles, maybe Roman would have took his business to Impact or even Japan.
But she fucks up the interview by introducing him incorrectly, by leaving out the tribal chief in his introduction.
Unbelievable.
And then by asking bad questions to Roman Reigns. Roman throws some mad but well-deserved shade at Kayla. She has spent the entire pandemic era driving wedges between people.
Yes. She's been the pot stirrer in the back, trying to really tear shit apart. She ruined the Bayley Sasha relationship. I don't know. I'm gonna say she ruined the Forgotten Sons, even though there's no evidence behind that either. I can't think of the other team she ruined. But Kayla Braxton was out there overstepping
continuously.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. But Roman attacked and said, "We gotta have a professional journalist handle this interview." But Paul spoke well of you. He spoke well of you because you guys do talking smack together. And this is how you come out on your big moment, the biggest interview in your career. This is how you come out. And I was like, man, he has no chill on her today.
I like the fact that he proper dismissed the first question. He was like, nah, next question.
I mean, because the question was, I forgot what the question was. Do you fear Kevin Owens or something, right?
Yeah. And
it's a stupid question. Yeah.
And he was furious.
Why would he fear Kevin Owens? Why? You still hear the screaming children, huh?
Yeah.
Because I can hear the screaming children. That's how loud they are. Because normally I can't hear nothing with these on.
So she suggests Roman is manipulating Jey Uso, whilst the Roman camp state that state some facts saying main event Uso, the ratings are up. I don't think they are.
No, I think the ratings were actually up a little bit, but I don't think it has anything to do with Jey Uso.
They say Roman isn't a manipulator; he is a motivator.
I was inspired by his words today.
What did he inspire you today?
He told me, you know, you got to be a gentleman sometimes, all right? You got to respect women. You can't just go out there and have violent fights with people while women are in the ring. So I am not going to do that today. I am not going to stand in the wrestling ring and fight anybody while a woman's in the ring.
What about if a woman was on the street?
That's different. That's we on the streets. Anything happen on the streets. You got to be a savage on these streets. What the hell? You talking about, Manny? Shit. Who you think you fucking with? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you're on the streets or if your baby crying to tell me to stop hitting your mans. I gotta teach him a lesson. Shit.
So Kevin Owens comes
the LBC.
Kevin Owens comes out and suggests a TLC match since he's the head of the table. Roman accepts after Jey Uso already accepted this match.
I know.
Denies Kevin's attempt to fight right away because Roman isn't a savage. He is a gentleman. And there is a lady in that ring. And asks KO to grow up. KO tells Roman to grow some balls because he's just a bitch.
Oh! I love that. What is your favorite wrestling curse word right now? When they say bitch, which has been a long tradition in all of wrestling, and said probably the most of the Attitude Era. Or when AEW goes, I don't give a shit. Pull this shit together. This is bullshit.
I don't know. Shit just feels like a word that I use all the time, so it doesn't feel that bad. I don't say bitch nearly enough.
You said bitch at least 8 times on this show this week.
But was I talking about bad bitches? Because that's completely different. I don't.
You have separated it. Bad bitches now is one word for Manny. He's just
bad
never said
bitch,
bitch.
basic bitch, different from just being a bitch.
Okay. So we have settled that in Manny's dictionary. We're gonna write that down. That we have separated all the words with involving bitch. If you say it by itself, it's more graphic. But, yeah, I mean, he almost fell for the bait. Roman stopped and was like, man, I ain't gonna deal with him. Although Roman, brought up bitch last week when he was talking about, do you think I'm a bitch? Begging for scraps at Thanksgiving. So, he doesn't like being called a bitch. That's absolutely a trigger for him.
You could see it on his face. He was furious, but he was like, no, there's still a woman in that ring. I gotta walk away.
Yeah. That's what he was thinking. Nope, there's a woman in the ring. She clearly have left the ring at this point. He could have went back in there.
How did he speared Stephanie McMahon once?
Yes, he did. In the middle of a match. But it was an accident. He's still a gentleman. And he was raised well. Unlike Kevin Owens, who is a violent human being. Now, here's my question. I don't know how you want to go.
No, do your question because we've got to address something Eric said in the chat afterwards.
All right, how much? I mean, this is the time I feel like Jey Uso overstepped his boundaries and deserved to be slapped in the face in the middle of the ring by Roman Reigns when he grabbed that mic and accepted that match for him. Like, who the fuck are you to go in there? TLC and all that, and it seemed like he overstepped. Roman could have answered that question. Paul was handing him the microphone.
That was the whole thing.
He snatched it from Paul.
That was the whole thing. So, you get Roman saying, "Oh, no," Kevin Owens going, "I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him." And then in the back, after the segment, you get Roman going, "It's all love, brother," along those lines. But just remember, there's consequences for your actions.
There's consequences. And you know it wasn't good. By the way, Kevin Owens called Jey Uso the bus boy, which is like,
the most unnecessary joke as well. So, Eric has said, I made myself available for these guys, but they didn't want my talent on their show. Correction. I only found out within 6 minutes from Marcus that you wanted to jump in on this show. There were no graphics for a 3-man booth, Eric. You know, this isn't a lazy production over here, Eric, where we leave blank open spaces.
Shots!
But
shots on the shotgun edition of the Untitled Manny show.
If you had thoughts and opinions, you can either call one of us and we can play audio through, or send in an email like everybody else at thesharpshooters@gmail.com.
Or he can comment in the chat like he's doing. But I'm willing to sacrifice myself and shoot myself out if he has an opinion or talent for this show. At any point, I'm willing to go, I take myself out and let Eric do whatever he gotta say. Say what he gotta say. Say his piece.
And then El Luchador said this show is like when DX lost Shawn Michaels to injury. Did Eric lose his smile? The views are up! We managed to pull out more than 100 views on a weekend show.
No, Manny. The views are up, but subscribers are down. We're losing the demo. We're losing the demo. We got 3 thumbs down last week.
Marcus, you know why we got why we got 3 thumbs down and why we lost subscribers, because we decided to make a Booker T award.
I don't even think that was it. I don't think that was it. No one makes it that far in the show. Let's move on to the next sentence. In all caps. In all caps.
Eric, this is the Manny and Marcus show. Not the Sharpshooter show. This is our show.
He's going to come into the channel. I know it. All right. What's the next segment?
Bayley versus Natty.
Nothing tells me I don't need to care about this segment at all more than Bayley versus Natty. Bianca came out in a ridiculous outfit. In fact, tonight may have been the most ridiculous I've seen everybody dress.
What was the point? She just had things dangling over her eyes. How do you
even concentrate when shit just hit you in the face all day like that? Like, it was some knockoff jewelry shit. I don't even know how Montez let her leave the house like that.
Well, Montez is wearing some weird shit sometimes as well.
Well, he has his red hat and red shoes, and you know what? It's well put together. This was just bad. This was trashy. This was ratchet. This looked like she was going to the swap meet later to get more shit.
So, it was an average match. There's no way Bayley should be losing to Natty. Not even with
clean.
Clean. Wasn't even really that much of a distraction from Bianca, who really needs to improve on commentary. Like, it was really weak. All she was sounds. Like,
She didn't bring it at all. And you think she would talk more, but, you know, I have no idea what the segment was. I was like, why is Natty beating Bayley? Why is Bianca on commentary? This is a Bayley and Bianca feud, but I feel like Natty has interjected herself for no reason into this.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? What is the point of that?
And then we get the Pat Patterson tribute match, where we get Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Big E versus Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Sami Zayn. Is Big E officially done with the New Day? Because he came out with his new entrance music and a throwback powder gimmick. And I believe his entrance music was done by Wale.
Yes, I think he's done. And I was like, this is why Keith Lee doesn't have music. It's because they gave the entire entrance and music budget to Big E. Big E done took it all. When he came out with new music, I went, gas.
You went gasp.
I went gasp. I grabbed my chest and went gasp. Like, I literally lost breath.
That's almost as bad as when I enjoy Self. What did I think?
Big E, I was like, this guy is on his way. And so here's where I say, Manny, as Big E being your guy, I feel like he is on the right path. Bigger than anybody. So in the opening of Smackdown, they did the 10-belt salute to Pat Patterson.
He was standing next to Vince. I saw that.
He was standing next to Vince. It was him, Vince, and Roman. That was the top 3 in the middle right there.
Marcus, don't you forget about Mutton Chops, Gerald Briscoe next to him.
Well, yeah. Nothing said that I have ran for president in the United States in 1780. It was Gerald Briscoe. That dude owned slaves today. That's what that look was. I hadn't seen Gerald Briscoe and Briscoe Brothers body shopping forever, but those mutton chops were like, no one's telling him anything. He must be in the South owning slaves. Just saying.
So, Eric said there's no salt exist. Wait, let's start with our Lucha Dorks. It's okay, Eric. I still love the main show, but I'm in the 36 to 55 age grade demographic. Eric's also in that demographic. What are you trying to say? No salt exists in my soul, unlike some wrestlers I know when to walk away into the sunset. And then Jeremy went in a completely different direction, Marcus.
Yes.
What direction do you think Jeremy went in?
He's looking for a job? I don't know.
Eric, how's the porn marathon going?
Damn it! You can't escape it. He's really using his Pornhub premium subscription. What are we talking about? So I think Big E. I think Big E is in good hands.
I think so too. I don't know where you go because there's the person that beats Roman for that title has to be the next big deal. It can't be like some fluke kind of thing, or it has to be established guy. Like it ain't gonna be Kevin Owens.
Do you have Big E? Do you have Big E winning the Rumble right now?
No.
Who do you got?
I don't think you could put Big E in that position in such short time, even though I fully believe he deserves it. But
I feel like you can build it up. I think you can do it. I think you got time.
Because I like Jeremy just said in the chat, the only person I think that could legit beat Roman in this point is Brock.
Brock is the face?
Doesn't matter.
Do you think they have a trump card in their back pocket? Do you think there's someone that we do not see coming to fight Roman? Whether it's John Cena, The Rock, CM Punk. I know that's really out there, or even Sting.
Sting. It's gotta be Sting.
It's gotta be Sting. No, but I'm just saying, somebody in the back. Or do you think it's somebody that's on the brand that's gonna fight Roman at WrestleMania?
I think it's on the brand. It could be Big E for all. It could be Big E for all I know, but I don't think right now when you look at it, Big E's in that type of position. I think Big E's more likely to win the Intercontinental title before.
Yeah, I mean, being in this match and saying that he was a one-time Intercontinental Champion does kind of put him in that category. But I don't know. After seeing him stand next to Vince like that, I kind of, thought about it. And what did you think of the vintage Intercontinental title?
That looked awful, man. I did not like that.
What? I thought it had this vintage, very old school, it felt prestigious to me.
Even though
I've never seen this belt before in my life.
It looked prestigious. It's just something for me, the Intercontinental title would be that the one they were using before the current one, which is like the slightly older one, but not white strap, black strap for me.
You want the black strap?
Yeah.
I'm down for them to bring that one back, to be honest. Either the black strap or a white strap. I don't care what the color of the strap is. That's the strap for the Intercontinental title.
Because I know there's a few people that like the one that came after that one, which was the slightly more slimmer down version with the.
I never liked the purple one. I didn't
like that. I didn't like that. That was the one I think the Rock and Triple H fought over. But the big one, I like that one so much better. It just looked better.
Yeah. So Sami came out with his, and then I was just like, I'm ready for you to carry that old school one, or I don't know why I associate this one with Cody Rhodes. The Cody Rhodes Intercontinental title.
Yeah, because he brought
the white
back.
one.
That was the white. He brought the white one back.
Yeah, so I associate that more with Cody for some reason, and I only feel they changed that title because they didn't want to give Cody the credit. I'm bringing it back.
Probably. Grunge Smurf says, didn't they stop using the classic IC because of some copyright issues? I don't know. If you could fact check that, and that'd be great because I don't know. And I would
Let's say it's true. Let's say it's true. Damn it, because that's the title I want back. I want that one, and that's pretty much it. The other one, maybe I want the World Heavyweight title instead of the Universal title back.
So the next section I didn't write any notes on, so you might have to do the storytelling on this because I don't like either of them when they talk, and I pressed mute, and it was Sasha Banks and Carmella.
This was a war of words, and it was exactly what you thought it would be. It was two people talking the exact same way, talking about their accomplishments. Carmella, 2-time Money in the Bank winner. Sasha Banks responded, but with help. And then Carmella goes, well, you ain't nothing but a Nicki Minaj ripoff. And she goes, no, I'm not. And she's heard that before. And I was like, no, it's more of a Cardi B ripoff, I feel like. And so Carmella's like, huh? I think she always stayed with Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
And I was like, nah. And so Carmella elaborated that, Sasha, you've been training your entire life to be a pro wrestler. I swooped in on a whim, on a random Wednesday afternoon and said, maybe I'll become a pro wrestler, and achieved and accomplished more than you have ever had. In all your title reigns combined, in my one title reign, it is longer than yours. And that's how she responded. And I was like, well, Carmella won. Carmella won this argument. She came up with fire.
I feel like these two are just the same person.
They kind of are, yeah.
If you dyed Carmella's hair or put her in a blue wig,
yep,
you wouldn't be able to. If you from a distance, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
This really seems like two people that should be teaming together. And I don't know. And they're like, for the first time ever, they're going to wrestle at TLC or whatnot. And I'm going like, but I never wanted this. Like, I never asked for the first time ever for them to show up.
And as Eric said in the chat, that segment was trash on so many different levels. That's why I didn't even listen to it. I pressed mute.
Yeah, it was useless. It was trash, and I didn't understand. Like, they should not be teaming together. But Manny, I know this is a sidetrack from SmackDown, but this is a more serious storyline. On NXT, we know we have the Bo and Xia Li storyline, something that Eric is really invested in because I think he has a Money in the Bank contract with Xia Li or some shit. But if I have come up with the higher power, who it is, and it is completely racist. I had to go deep into myself, into my soul, and said, I don't know if they have another Chinese wrestler.
Did you go, Soul? Who is this other person?
Yeah, so mentally channeled all the energy in the room, and I used the power of the spirit bomb to give me Asian wrestlers who this could be. It could be one. I eliminated myself in a battle royal, Gail Kill.
No!
It could be, oh my God, I'm blanking out on one of them. Whoever that other person was. I forgot who the other one was. Shit.
This is your thought process.
I know. I should really take notes. I literally forgot who the second Asian wrestler it was. But 3, who the higher power is. I figured it out and deduced this. Rumors have struck that Melina was returning to the WWE. Melina is that higher power. It's Melina.
It suits, yeah, it fits.
It's Melina. She's not Chinese, I don't think. In fact, I think she might be Filipino. But
no, I think she's somewhere in that Latin or area.
Yes, I got Melina for 500.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Because there was rumors that she signed a few months ago.
It's Melina. I know it. I can't remember who that second wrestler was though at all. It was an Asian wrestler, and I can't remember who they are, and they weren't important because it was either Gail Kim or Melina on my list. I was like 1 or 2. So
Luchador said she's Mexican, and speaking of Mexicans, Buddy Murphy and the Mysterio family made their way out to the ring versus Baron Corbin, who is now accompanied by Steven Cutler and Wesley Blake.
Previously,
Forgotten Sons.
Yeah, you know what I can't stand about the Mysterio family? Go away! Go away! Why do I need to take you guys everywhere I go? Like, I won your daughter's affection. I wanted the daughter. I don't give a damn about your blind daddy and your pink shirt wearing son. Okay? Your fashionista son. Okay? I don't need this entourage. I am Buddy Murphy. I don't need this whole group. And I hated the direction they went with this because I really wanted the Mysterio family to be heels. Just look at him in that pink shirt. It would have been so much better. The Forgotten Sons of Baron Corbin does work, though.
Well, the Mysterios deserved everything that happened to them this week.
Oh, yeah. They cheated so much.
For the crimes of last week. But this really wasn't a good match.
No. I was more intrigued about seeing the Forgotten Sons. Because I recognized Wesley Blake right away, and I was like, it's Wesley Blake. And now he's going against his former tag partner, Buddy Murphy? What?
Marcus, because they were wearing black suits, I immediately thought it was Seth Rollins' original goons. What were they called? J&J Security.
J&J Security. Oh, that was great. Good times.
So, what followed this was Roman and Jay versus... Oh, let's just say Jay versus Kevin Owens and Otis first, before Roman made his way out to the ring and then murdered.
I love that he's late. Late. And I guess that was the consequence that he was going to be late, or the ass whooping he gave Jay later.
I didn't even hear that. I'm distracted by it. And then I had a joke form in my head from what Eric said in the chat.
Oh. Well, anyway, this match took place. Jay comes out by himself in a handicap match. Roman comes out all jacked, full of hell. We realize that he wants to tag, but then says, I really can't stand Otis in the middle of this. Beats the shit out of Otis. Grabs the steel chair and beats Otis to death. The referee
still steps.
What did I say? I said chair, huh? I meant to say steps. Sorry. He grabs the steel steps and smashes Otis to death. To the point where no one blows the whistle and DQs Roman Reigns. Now, in AEW previous this week, I was critical of the rules. And WWE went the exact same way with, we don't give a fuck about rules because Roman attacked a man with some steel chairs. Manny, how did you feel about the non-DQ to Roman Reigns?
Well, first of all, you were the one on AEW that told me not to pay attention to rules because they clearly don't. So yeah. you already on that territory of hippo and crate.
Yeah, I know. I walk a dangerous tightrope. A tightrope on fire.
And then the ignoring of the rules when he destroyed and murdered Otis. Because it wasn't like it was a silent attack. It was like, it wasn't like Metal Gear Solid where you do those sneak attack kills from hiding in a cardboard box or something.
No, the exclamation point was up right away.
And only for him to like disqualify Roman later for breaking a pinfall to put Kevin Owens in a guillotine.
Yeah, like I'm really confused about the rules here. Because I believe earlier in the year, Seth Rollins was DQ for hitting Rey Mysterio for some reason.
Yeah, you can't. If you're not the legal man, if you touch the legal man, apparently it's a DQ. In WWE, anyway.
Unless you're breaking a pinfall, right?
Yeah, unless you're breaking a pinfall, which doesn't necessarily make sense.
No. So he was able to do this, go full WWE 2K and attack Otis with steps. Now, if they were to justify this rule and say the reason Roman is not disqualified is because he did not use a weapon to hit Otis. He used a part of the ring to hit Otis, a la throwing him into the steps or body slamming him onto the announce table. I feel like they never said this.
Thing. What is the steel steps? Is it part of the ring?
I consider it like a chair. Like, it's out there. You shouldn't use it as a weapon.
Thrown into it numerous times.
Like, I feel like you could be DQ'd for taking the quarter pads off and slamming somebody's head directly. But you can't get DQ'd for doing an Irish whip into that exposed turnbuckle, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
but
the
you would get
referee
disqualified if you slam someone into that exposed turnbuckle.
Yes. Like if Undertaker were to do snake eyes into the exposed turnbuckle while the ref was looking, it is a DQ. I don't know. These rules, I just wish people would focus more on the rules and just stay consistent. Roman could have just beat down Otis with his fist, and I would have been okay with it.
I have another one. Do you remember, this spot hasn't been done in a very long time, but it was like 90s to early 2000s wrestling. You know when a wrestler falls on the top rope?
Yes.
Like, crotch on the top rope, and then they would bounce the rope. In theory, that's a low blow, right?
I believe Edge got DQ'd for doing that one time, in which he crotched somebody onto the rope, or Edge got crotched on the rope by somebody, and then he starts shaking the rope. I believe somebody has gotten DQ'd for that.
And then, so we move towards the end of the match after the DQ.
By the way,
Roman beats the hell. Roman and Jay both hit KO with chairs, and then.
Yes.
And then Reigns reminds Jey Uso about the consequences, and then destroys him with a chair.
Yes.
And then we go off air with Roman saying, "You and your family are going to fear me," as we close out the show.
I'm taking your livelihood. Your family's gonna fear me. And I was like, this dude's a monster. He is a monster.
How many times have I said it? More wrestlers need to go towards other wrestlers' families. I'm just saying.
You are inspiring a new generation of heels, Manny.
No, Marcus. Because remember that time when Randy Orton was at home with his fake wife or fake girlfriend, and then Triple H just came in, broke down the door with a sledgehammer, and then threw Randy out of his own window.
Yes. We don't have enough home invasions. Still, the best home invasion ever is the Steve Austin get beating up Brian Pillman's friends in his driveway, only to run into Brian Pillman, who's carrying a gun.
No, Marcus. I see you with that, and I raise you.
Oh.
Do you remember that time Abyss broke into Christian's house and then baptized him in his own pool?
Yes, and then chose not to dive in, but to take the steps very gingerly.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first, Abyss. Ooh, okay, how about this? That time Edge went to John Cena's daddy's house and slapped his daddy in his own house.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's a pretty graphic home invasion. Or that time when Samoa Joe did some stuff to AJ Styles' house, Wendy, and it was never shot. Wendy, I'm outside your house, AJ. I'm sitting here on point. Let's see if anybody's home. Cut the black.
Okay, so there's something that happened in the chat. So Eric completely avoided Jeremy's question about the porn marathon. So he then asked the question, Eric, you avoided my question. So Eric replied, what was the question? I am shopping for Christmas right now. So let's go with Jeremy going, I asked how your porn marathon's going. There isn't a porn marathon and there never will be. Demon Souls has all my attention. This is where immediately...
God! I feel like
immediately you knew where it was going, because that's what distracted me while you were talking about something. Mm-hmm. And then El Luchador must have read my mind, because he said, I think you mean Semen Souls.
God, he's never going to escape the porn gimmick. He's never going to escape this. Porn star Eric.
So, let's move into what's coming up tomorrow. It's Wargames, and we in our Wargames preview.
What were your thoughts of SmackDown? Did you think it was a good
average show? Average.
Yeah, I think it was an average show with a superstar character.
Yeah, if you took out anything that was going on around Roman Reigns, this would have been a shit show.
Yeah. It would have been nothing in it. They had nothing. It's just Roman. He's carrying that show on his back. That's pretty much what happened this week. All right. Now we can go to this. I'm fine.
Yeah. So tomorrow we have War Games, Takeover War Games. Let's start with the undercard, which is Timothy Thatcher versus Tommaso Ciampa, which I personally think is going to be a low-key steal. It's going to steal the show.
Yeah, this seems like it's going. I think it can steal the show, but I'm pretty sure that they can have. I think it's not going to. I don't have it being the best. I think it's going to be the best normal wrestling match on the show. I think it's the only.
There's only 3.
Yeah, it's the only normal match on the show. But pure wrestling wise, it's going to be amazing. You're going to be entertained, and I got Timothy Thatcher with the upset.
I don't. Tommaso Ciampa's been on a losing streak for a while now.
I got Thatcher winning though. I think Ciampa is only there to try to help elevate talent.
Yeah,
and maybe he'll elevate Thatcher.
So after that, we're presuming we're getting Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes in a strap match. Now, having coming off the last kind of match like this, which was the dog collar match from AEW, I don't think this is going to compare. This is going to be a completely different match, and I think Cameron Grimes is going to kill it with a comedy. And I think I may enjoy this for all the wrong reasons.
I think I'm going to enjoy it just to see Cameron Grimes. Every time he get whipped, I feel like he's going to say something funny.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, Lumis, no, Lumis, like him begging for his life. But I do have Cameron Grimes getting the win. If I were to put money down, Cameron Grimes gets the win.
Do you think this is Cameron Grimes' step to move next to the North American title? Because I think it should be.
I don't think Cameron Grimes going near a title. I feel like he's used for only comedy purposes, and they will not use him for a title shot.
Because if anything, Lumis seems ready for the next challenge, but I don't know where they're going with that because his injury definitely set him back a bit.
Let me tell you what I would do with Lumis, and this maybe seems out of nowhere. Lumis is a main roster character. He does not belong on the NXT. He is too theatrical, too much of a. I feel like he's perfect for what Vince would want to do with stuff.
Well, that's
like
the
I can
thing.
see him. I feel like he's like an Elias, in which he's like just a main roster kind of guy.
Do you think that's what's missing from Raw and SmackDown? Is actually just gimmicks, though, because that's what it is. Everyone just seems like a person now on Raw and SmackDown. You don't actually have a gimmick.
Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss are full gimmick.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah, that's true. But they could use it. They could use another character guy. Like he is pure character, and I feel like he would work on a Raw or SmackDown. He'll fit better.
And then what I believe is our main event, our boy Leon Ruff, NXT North American Champion, takes on Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest.
Now, this may surprise you. I believe this match will be better than Ciampa and Thatcher in excitement. Because not only do I feel Leon Ruff is retaining this match, the title, although Gargano may get it back with the help of the Ghost, but whatever. I feel like this might be the best match of the card.
I have a feeling there's going to be stuff that we haven't seen from Leon Ruff yet that is going to be showcased in this match, and it's going to be impressive.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a whole lot outside of Leon Ruff being the jobber and then what he's currently doing on NXT right now, which is not, we haven't seen a lot because everything he's done has literally been like 10 minutes.
Well, even on this edition of NXT in the tag match, he showed a little like his offense, and he got more offense in and some wrestling match, and he was taking this a little bit serious, and it had Priest and even Gargano. Oh, that's interesting. So I think he's going to have a pretty good showcase. Yeah. And it's going to be a breakout performance. And he may lose the title to Gargano, even though I just had him winning. But he may lose it. But this will lead him to future, not endeavors, but title shots along the way, maybe against the Cruiserweight title or something like that. But it will be a star-making performance for him.
Before we move on, so Eric asked about, who was it? Dexter Lumis, would he feud with The Fiend?
I feel like their gimmicks are like both stocky kind of like killers. I feel like they should stay away from each other. Like, Loomis would feud better with someone that's not a gimmick. Like, let me think of somebody perfect on that roster. AJ Styles. I know it's crazy. But AJ Styles hiding from Loomis is basically the same thing as Cameron Grimes. I feel like AJ can bring it when it comes to the personality and comedy or something like that.
Because Jeremy says the Fiend kills any momentum with the person he feuds with. And I feel like he kind of does, but...
Yeah. Because he doesn't, his gimmick is he's invincible. How do you beat an invincible man?
So, the first War Games match, Team Shotzi, which is Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai, versus Team Candice, aka Candice and the Bad Bitches, which is Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel González, and Toni Storm.
I'm excited for this one. This is going to be the better War Games match for me. I am 100% invested, and I have no clue which team is going to win.
How dare you, Marcus? The best War Games matches were what we watched yesterday.
Ow! Tune in to our watch along and see our review of War Games 95 and War Games 96.
Terrible matches.
No, they were great. They were great. Watch it and watch us watch it, and you'll see how great they really were. Sting was involved in both of them. And Sting. You got 3 Stings in 2 matches. It was amazing. Oh. But
realistically, when you look at it, the Bad Bitches should win because Raquel González is a beast. And
Rhea Ripley's a beast on the other side.
Nah, Ripley's lost. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Ripley beat Raquel last time they had a match at, whatever that show was. Halloween Havoc. So, they cancel each other out. That's Colossus versus the Juggernaut right there.
I just think Ember Moon's going to lose this for them. I don't like Ember.
You don't think Ember's going to be... And I know there ain't no Soul Survivor. But the breakout star in this one? I got Toni Storm being the breakout star and getting the big victory. That way she can challenge EO later.
You can't even call Toni Storm a breakout star because she's already a star.
But you know what I mean? She's going to be the one that's going to challenge EO next. Because I see that... there's nobody in Candice. Not personal, but there's nobody in Candice EO. There's nobody in Raquel EO. Oh no, EO choked the shit out of her. I mean, that's how that's going to go. But I feel like Toni Storm's the one they're pushing the most. Ember Moon is lost in the shuffle. There's just too many talented women, and it's the most exciting part of NXT is seeing what Shotzi's going to kill herself, even though she is the breakout star in this group.
Shotzi's jumping off the cage. You know she is.
Yeah, Shotzi's going to almost die, and I'm going to be scared for her life. Like, literally any Shotzi match, I'm scared for her life. It just seems like she's going to try to kill herself for no reason.
Yeah.
Here we go. But, yeah, it comes down to Shotzi getting pinned by Toni Storm, I think.
And then the final match, which is the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish versus Pat and the Boys with Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, Oney Lorcan, and Pat McAfee.
Now, they were called the Kings of NXT, but are they known as the brand? Did they just scrap any name they have or whatnot?
I don't think they had a name. He just announced that they're the Kings of NXT.
I feel like he said it so many times that that's what they were. Like that's what they call themselves. But I'm picking Pat and the Boys. I think it's time. I think are done.
The Undisputed Era don't really need to get over because they're already over. They don't need to win this. I'm predicting someone. I think someone in the Undisputed Era is turning on the team.
Who you got?
I think it might be Adam.
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, I think it's Adam Cole, and he finally move up to the main roster.
You got the Ridge Holland jumping being fake.
No, I think that's definitely real.
Ridge Holland really beat his ass, but I would see why he meant the
injury. I thought you meant the injury.
Oh no! I definitely think that's real. I'm talking about when he was attacked by Ridge Holland, just brought up to ringside after Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor had their match.
I think that might be.
Although Adam Cole would be a good snake in the grass. Maybe we could start Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole feud again from, whatnot. Or I could just see Undisputed just losing. And Pat McAfee has more bragging rights, talking about how he killed the Undisputed Era. And it elevates his team. And then they could just go to the main roster and appear in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
To me, that makes the most sense.
It does make the most sense, but will it happen? Who knows? So,
although there should be, I still feel like there should be a substitute for Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. Can we get the Grizzled Young Veterans in that match?
They really need to be in that match. They really need to be in that match.
Damn it.
So, that is the end of the Wargames preview. We've got 2 listener emails, which I had to make a graphic for.
Oh, look at that. Look at that graphic in red text, the sharpshooters. Wow.
So, we kick off first with an email from Chris. Strap in. It's a long one.
Damn.
Sharpie Nation, I'm a little bit
aggravated.
I'm going with aggravated, but he aggregated. Because I wasn't going to email in this week, and then last night a Karen involved me in her mischief. Oh, this is already starting to sound good. The time 11:50 p.m. Store closes at midnight. I was minding my goddamn business, sitting on a motorized shopping cart playing Pokemon Go. That just kind of sounds like you're not doing your job properly, Chris. When a Karen appeared at customer services, no, I'm not going to insult Karens that way. Let's call her stupid bitch or SB. Oh. She yelled that she wanted to do a return on a gift card, then proceeded to get her phone to make a phone call. My girl Sia went to help her. Then stupid bitch put up her finger, signifying that Sia had to wait to help her. Oh, I'm not sure about you. Like, I've been in the service industry before. If a customer ever does this to you while they're on the phone, fuck them.
I've never been in that situation. So I don't know what the emotion would be.
Nah, they fully get the bad service now. She was then informed that she needed to have a mask on before anyone could help. Okay, that went on without a problem. When she finally ended her important phone call, she's told it's against store policy to do gift card returns. However, she can speak to the manager in the morning. Well, that set her off. She got louder and more belligerent, demanding the worker's name and ID number. Was told she can give her name, but there's no ID number, and can get the store manager's name. Not enough info for Miss Bitch. So she went from stupid bitch to Miss Bitch. She takes out her cell phone and puts it in Sia's face, asking her name repeatedly and following her around the store. Finally blocking her as Sia tries to make a step, she steps in front, and then she turns to another employee asking her name. He won't answer. She then glares over to me with her phone still going. Are you the manager? Mind you, I'm wearing shorts and a cut-off Rick and Morty t-shirt and Rugrats shorts.
Yes, I am the manager.
Me, the manager? Damn, you really are dense, stupid, arrogant, self-serving bitch. Chris, there's too many bitches in this email.
Yeah.
I'm now putting on a 2-bitch quota on all emails.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't use bitch as much. We're a PG-13 show. I think.
She then turns back to Sia, saying she's not leaving because she's being cheated and demands a manager and security. Neither is here at the moment. Finally, Sia calls for my help. I stood up and said, ma'am, which made me sick to my intestines. You just have to return in the morning and talk to the manager. Magically, that did the trick, and she packed up her stuff and left. I walked to Sia to her car, just in case the bitch lady was waiting outside. All right, everyone, be blessed, stay safe, and if you have to if you have it on you, go spray Lysol on a Karen, or in extreme cases, a stupid bitch. We do not support the actions of Chris of spraying Lysol on bitches.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But
that just didn't seem reasonable. And
just record them doing stupid shit and then send it to an Instagram account called Karen's Gone Wild. Hilarious.
Way too many bitches in that one. Way too many bitches.
Yeah, so there is now a 2-bitch quota per email.
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, this is graphic. And she went.
So we've got another email from in the chat, El Luchador.
Oh, the champ!
When will the Undisputed Era, Gargano and Ciampa be called up to the main roster? I have to ask because these 6 men have done it all. All they can in NXT, and at this point are only holding back the other talent, in my opinion. If they ever do get called up, what percentage would you put it at they are successful? I have them at 25% chance of success, and which is why I think Triple H is hanging on to them. El Luchador, El Champion, P.S. Luchi Hungy. That's gimmick infringement, El Luchador. Gimmick infringement. You can't steal people's gimmick. You just can't.
I'm still a few.
You just can't.
You can. I feel like they wouldn't have a chance on the main roster unless they all go together, in some type of faction form.
You know, the only way they're going to succeed. The only way they're going to succeed on the main roster is Triple H is booking them.
Yeah, like I see no chance of them going. And I heard, from Ciampa doesn't want to go to the main roster. He likes the NXT lifestyle of staying at home, going to work in Florida.
Yeah, if it continues like this, there wouldn't be a problem with him going to the main roster. Yeah,
but you don't want him to go. He doesn't want to, this wasn't supposed to be long term or as long as it's going. So, and it seems like, even though it doesn't seem like, we're coming toward the end of this. You don't want to bring him to the main roster now, and then 6 months from now, he's off the main roster back on NXT. So I don't see Ciampa going to the main roster.
You really don't?
No.
So Jeremy just said he sent an email, so I'm gonna have to go check the inbox. Marcus, say stuff while I do this in the background.
Oh, I can say a lot of stuff, so I can talk about the rest of them. In a way, I feel like there can be success for, Adam Cole. I know he's a little guy, and Vince is looking at him going what is this guy? But he's essentially Shawn Michaels with his shoulder on his head. He just seems like he's somebody that you can get behind. And I think with the Undisputed Era in general, you can have them all thrive in some different way. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly can still do their tag team thing. Gargano, I see no chance for. Maybe if he teams with Ciampa and they can revitalize the tag team divisions on either show. Maybe feud with the New Day or even the Hurt Business or whatnot. But I think they just need to all stay together and be treated like, the Radicals when they were brought up from WCW. When they just came in with Malenko, Guerrero, and Benoit, and maybe they just work together. I don't know. But Vince sees nothing in them. I can already tell. You can just look at me like, Vince goes, nah.
Well, that's the other thing. Thing is, if Vince sees money, I think he will be able to.
Yeah. The people I see Vince seeing money in that's on NXT, I'm sure it's Damian Priest, Shotzi Blackheart, because she's unique and different, but he'll use her for enough. I think he'll just basically use her, and I guess I'll call it the Paige says Lita spot. That's someone that's on the roster, but probably maybe even the Becky's old spot before she became the man. Who else? And probably Karrion Kross, who I believe will never show up in NXT again. Will never show up in NXT again. I feel like as soon as Vince is like, the fuck? He's injured? I'm gonna do a Drew McIntyre. You'll be in the Rumble or whatever the hell you come back. I'll see you then. Already the whole gimmick with him. He had his wife Scarlett with him. Vince sees there's a blonde. This dude's 6'3". He's a big dude. He's in fantastic shape. He has a really good look for him. I am taking that and putting it on my main roster and associating it with Aleister Black, which saves Aleister Black's career.
I'll tell you what, though. As you just mentioned, Karrion Kross. I think he's returning tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Where does he return at, and what's the situation?
Well, I think at some point, because he's not on the card. I think we're getting a Finn Balor promo at some point in the show, and I think that's where Karrion Kross comes back, interrupts him, or Scarlett comes out, just puts the ticking time clock out, and he's coming back. I think that's going to happen.
What about this scenario? And I hate booking other people's shows. I always criticize whenever I hear people go, "No, they do this and do this." I always hate it. But how about this? Pat McAfee never enters that War Games match. He says, "You think I'm just going in by myself. It was just going to be us. But my buddy has stretched farther than you thought." And then Karrion Kross comes out and enters the War Games match as his last.
That's also an option because we still don't know who that mystery man was.
Yeah, it wasn't Karrion Kross. It was clearly supposed to be Pat McAfee. But I can see Pat McAfee not entering that match and having somebody else fill his spot.
Yeah. So, I do now have Jeremy's email.
Oh, okay.
There are 10 questions on it.
Can we play 56-21 questions and divide it by 2? And play it time LL speed 0.5.
21 questions divided by 2 is 10.5.
Why would you do that math? It sounded right when I said it out loud, but then you did math, and math just proves I'm wrong. And I've been doing that my whole life. Math been proving me I'm wrong my whole life. Jesus.
Have you ever took a trip to Cobb County, Georgia? Nope. What does you never catch me in the next man's sweater mean? I don't know.
You'd never see me ripping off somebody else or going after their sloppy seconds. I don't know. I feel like it's a sloppy seconds kind of deal. Like, you never see me doing that. Or, I don't know. Something around that round.
A wrestler or tag team you thought would be a big deal only for them to end up being a failure or barely at mid-card. So he's got singles, Elijah Burke, dude had all the makings of a star. What happened? Tags, the board villains. Love those dudes. Broken up, but didn't do too much about nothing way too soon. I think it was the other guy that wasn't Aiden English was a bit of a dick.
Simon Gotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ended up being a dick, ruined everybody's life. Oh, all right. For tag teams, I'm going to go Enzo and Cass. Never really got to where they needed to go. But also the American Wolves with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. I thought that would become a big deal, but they kind of fizzled out. Because I think Davey Richards was a dick. But Enzo and Cass would be my main tag team. That I was like, there's something here. There is something here. He has the size. He has the mouth. They seem to get the crowd involved. I felt like they were on their way to doing something.
Do you know who in tag teams? Do you know who I thought would have been a bigger deal when they established the Hart Foundation, and it was Tyson Kidd and what's his son's name?
Davey Boy Smith.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. Harry Smith Jr. Or whatever his name was. Yeah.
I don't know what he's going by now, but I know he's a free agent. He just left MLW.
I thought that would have
been a mystery person to show up tonight.
I thought he would have been I thought that them two together would have been a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Especially with the second generation kind of.
Yeah. You know, I really had high hopes for Eric Young becoming a big deal in WWE when he showed up. I was like, that's a good signing. He's finally going to get his due. He's going to stop doing stupid shit. But no, they didn't use him at all.
Do you know singles in WWE anyway? I thought Cody Rhodes. Because he was a fucking skinny guy. Look at him now in comparison to when he was at WWE. He was a fucking skinny guy.
Yeah. He's freakishly yoked right now. Freakishly yoked. Oh. You know, I always thought Trevor Murdoch was going to make it. I thought he was gonna be that old dude, like just someone never maybe like the heavyweight champion, but someone that's just around for a long time.
Well, Trevor Murdoch feels like if you add another 10, 15 years, he's Tim Storm. He is 100% Tim Storm in 10, 15 years.
Yep. There's a few that you just go like, dang, I really thought they were going to be a big deal. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Same question, but reverse. Someone who shocked made it as far as they did. Ken Shamrock.
Yep. I got Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan. Never thought in a million years he'd be one of the number one draws in wrestling.
Yeah,
he was just amazing. He's an amazing indie wrestler, but that doesn't go carry anywhere with size and everything and the climbing it was.
He said his answer is Edge, just some silent dude asking, I think I know him. No, Edge, not really. But he ended up a multi-time champ, F Lita on live TV. Can't top that.
Yeah.
Question 5.
I always thought Edge would make it. I always just liked him.
Question 5. I feel like this is the greatest question ever. What's the most humiliating thing you would do for the $1 Million Man? Because we know everyone has a price.
Well, depending on whatever the price is, man. I honestly have no shame of any humiliation whatsoever when it comes to the almighty dollar. So, when you ask me what would I do for a Klondike bar, nothing. Don't care. But if you told me what would I do for money, I consider every option.
How much would you let Nia Jax injure you for?
Whatever, I don't care. I'll take
Permanently
$5,000.
Permanently.
Well, if it's like a wheelchair neck injury, no, fuck that, nothing. But if it's a broken arm, leg, concussion, something like that, I'll take about $5,000. I don't care. I'm not expensive. Dude, I could go for the rest of my life on YouTube talking about that time Nia Jax injured me. You know how many shoot interviews I get out of that?
I don't know. I think you need to re-email later for next week and give more examples of humiliating things. Because I'm not doing a Virgil. I'm just not doing it.
Oh, I'm not going up there and letting him whip me with a whip. Talking about I'm changing your name or anything stupid like that. Like there is some dignity. There is some dignity. But I would need examples of what I'm going to do. Like I would go TV standards of what he can get away with today. As far as I would go.
Have you ever kicked somebody's ass until you split their wig? Nope, I haven't. No. I tend to stay away from fights as much as possible.
No splitting wigs, no beating them to the white meat show, no permanent injuries in fights and stuff like that.
I prefer to hurt feelings than hurt physical.
But feelings last a lifetime and they can never get over it, even in therapy.
What tag team or faction would you have wanted to be a part of? If it's a tag team, who would you have replaced?
Tag team or faction? And who would I want to replace? I would love to have been about the Rocks Nation. And I would have replaced... I wouldn't want to replace D-Lo or the Godfather. Maybe I'll take Mark Henry's spot. But the Nation seemed like that'd be a fun ride.
I don't know who I would join. Because part of me wants to be in the NWO. But I'd just be I'd be another guy in the NWO.
You'd just be another guy. You'd be like Horace or some shit. Or Lodi. You'd just be a guy in the NWO. That's why I didn't want to join them. Like, I feel like I'd just be like, oh, here I am. And if you join DX, like, I don't want to do that.
Grunge said Harlem Heat and remove Stevie Ray. Oh, that'd be a good one. That would be a good one.
No!
That would be a good one.
You can't remove Stevie Ray. Him and Booker T. It was them together.
I really don't know who I'd replace. I don't know who I'd replace. Or who I would join.
Why don't you think bad tag teams are bad factions? Like, Eric would probably try to replace himself with Angelo Dawkins.
Then I'd say the New Day and I'd replace Woods.
You replace Woods?
Yeah.
He's like the heart and soul of the New Day.
Nah. The money is with Kofi and E.
No, but I feel like Woods built the brand with his up, down, down, and he brought up the side of Kofi and everything else. I feel like Woods made that team.
Marcus, I'm capable of doing that stuff too, you know.
You're capable of being Woods? I don't know. You don't have a PhD, and I don't see you playing the trombone on this show.
I could probably play a recorder.
Can't replace Woods. I would say you go after a bad faction and try to make them better. Like, I would enter one of the Four Horsemen and maybe get rid of Tony Roma or Lex Luger. I can think of is Free Count. You wouldn't want to be a part of 3 Count. What about I almost said the Suicide, the Spirit Squad?
There's no one could save the Spirit Squad.
I feel like I could have did it. You give me Kenny? No, not Kenny. There was you give me
Mikey.
Ronnie. I don't even You give me Mikey. Yeah, give me Mikey. And you have me, Nikki, and Ziggler, or whoever, you know, the other guys who are Kenny and Ziggler, whatever. I feel like we could kill it.
These are thought-provoking questions.
Yeah, this is deep. You're going up to my soul, Jeremy.
Favorite masked wrestler who's not Rey Mysterio? My future father-in-law gets enough praise already.
Does he plan to go after Aaliyah?
Well, his next question is what Talia's phone number.
Or is he going after Dominic? Either way.
Oh, that pink turtleneck may have done it.
Woo! Hey, I don't hate him for the pink turtleneck, though. I thought it was pretty stylish. It was stylish but heelish. Like, I feel like you got to be a heel to wear some shit like that. But
favorite luchador. Favorite luchador. My favorite jobber is Mantor.
Well, it's your favorite masked wrestler. They do not have to actually be a luchador. Like, Kane fits into this category, technically.
That is true. I'm not a fan of Kane or Mankind, to be honest.
Mankind's amazing. I would have went Mankind. I was going Mankind.
Possibly Super Crazy.
I'm gonna put myself. Super Crazy is not bad. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But he took off.
Or Liger. Grunsmoke said Liger, but I didn't follow Liger's career as nearly as much as the rest of you guys did.
No Tiger Mask? I don't know. Pegasus Kid is Eric's. I know for sure. I know that's Eric's favorite. He doesn't even have to be here to answer. But I know Pegasus Kid. He would never admit it. Pegasus Kid is Chris Benoit, by the way. He would never admit it. But the Pegasus Kid is Eric's favorite match wrestler. But yeah, I was going Mankind as favorite mask. Probably followed by like Kane or Prince Puma from Lucha Underground. I know that don't technically count.
It does count.
Being Ricochet.
He wore a mask. He wore a mask.
Yeah. True. Hoovin' the juice. Ray
Super Crazy wasn't masked. I feel like he was at some point, wasn't he?
I thought he wore a mask for a little bit.
I thought he wore a mask. Or maybe I'm thinking of Psychosis.
I think you're thinking of Psychosis. Who also took off his mask. Just go with Blue Demon, Manny. Just go with Blue Demon. Nacho Libre.
Go with Suicide.
You want me to pick my favorite masked wrestler? Fine, I pick Suicide. I can't pick. That is actually a wrestler. Oh, shit.
How come the dropkick only hurts when you miss it? Aren't you landing the same way if you hit it? That is a good question.
What do you mean? The dropkick?
Yeah, if you miss it, apparently it hurt. Like they sell it like it hurts.
Yeah.
But like if you hit it,
You're right.
like you just pop back up.
Yeah. Well, it's the adrenaline of kicking somebody. And maybe the contact slows down your momentum.
Well, this is something I learned from watching one episode of the Alexa Bliss Uncool podcast. Apparently women, when they're learning to dropkick or do dropkick, they piss themselves a little.
What?
Because the way they land pushes it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Is it just her, or is it just...
No, she was saying that the trainer, Sarah Del Rey, said it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That has to be true. Yeah. Oh, it's very pissy in there then.
And that is all the emails we have, and that is the end of the show.
How is it we covered one show and we still ended at the same time? Considering on Thursday we do 2 shows, and Raw we do 1 show as well. That's 3 hours.
We did a preview and we read listener emails, Marcus.
That's true, yeah. You know what? You're right. When you're right, man. I don't even know why I even didn't think about that.
Also, don't buy our merch. Do not go to www.storefrontier.com/DSPN.
I don't feel this is working.
Marcus, they weren't going to buy it anyway.
Just buy the shit. Just buy it, goddammit. Buy it. Buy it now. Buy it now. Buy it now, goddammit.
You see what you're doing to my boy? Buy our merch.
Damn it. I'm really upset. Buy our merch. And I still can't remember who the third Asian wrestler was. I can't remember who was taking that spot after Melina or Gail Kill. But I had a new name into the hat, and it's Sonya Deville. She's not even Asian. But Sonya Deville could be leading them. Bitch went crazy.
We are looking for... Eric might do it, but I'm not 100% sure on his schedule. But we are looking for a third person to participate in an oncoming video about a tag team tournament. If you would like to participate, email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com or leave your name in the comment. We'll see it. Just don't be like the sexy girls that want us with a timestamp.
Yeah. They want all of my sexiness. They say it all the time. And they leave links to their websites, but I go, no. We ain't that type of show. Okay? You're going to have to take me to dinner first, Miss Sexy Girl.
And once again, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. I've been joined by
Marcus the Grand Finale! And some kids in the background.
Don't do that. This has been the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Peace.
Woo! You know, it's a blessing every time she shows up on the screen. And one day, and I vow that this day will happen, Billie Kay will become your SmackDown Women's Champion. Well before Peyton Royce. Well before Lacey Evans. I don't care if Tribute to the Troops is happening and they give baton her military game. I don't care about the United States. Give Billie Kay a chance. She is fired, even though she has a match next week on SmackDown. I don't know who her tag partner is going to be. Charlotte Flair!
Ooh.
It's not. Charlotte's on Raw. Charlotte's on Raw.
Oh. That's the end of the show, guys. Bye.
Later, deuces to the moon.
I could have done that outro.
Yep.
With this screen on, then it implied I was doing it. To the moon!